Most bookkeepers don't struggle because they're bad at their jobs. They struggle because their time is swallowed by work that shouldn't require human intelligence in the first place. Rachel Kim had 7 years of experience, loyal clients, and accurate books. On paper, everything was working. In reality, she was maxed out at 10 clients, working 14-hour days, and spending most of her time doing manual data entry. 6 months later, she was managing 50 clients smoothly without hiring help, without cutting corners, and without burning out. Today on the AI Advantage, we're breaking down Rachel Kim's transformation and the system that made it possible. Let me show you exactly where Rachel was before everything changed. January 2024. Rachel ran a solo bookkeeping business serving small businesses, restaurants, retail shops, service providers, contractors. She charged $1,500 per client per month for full-service bookkeeping, transaction categorization, receipt matching and filing, bank reconciliation, monthly financial reports like P&L, balance sheet, cash flow, and tax prep support. 10 clients times $1,500 equals $15,000 per month revenue. Sounds sustainable, right? Here's what that actually meant in hours. Per client, every month, she spent an hour chasing receipts, 6 hours manually entering 50 to 200 transactions, 2 hours matching and categorizing receipts, 2 more reconciling bank accounts, an hour creating reports, and another answering client questions. That totaled 13 hours per client. With 10 clients, that was 130 hours minimum before admin, proposals, or tax prep pushed her past 160 hours. She couldn't take on an 11th client without working 175-hour months. Worse, 60% of her time was pure data entry, typing numbers, not analyzing or advising. On February 12, 2024, at 9:47 p.m., it all boiled over. Rachel was 14 hours into her day when client number 3 delivered February's books, a literal shoebox stuffed with crumpled, coffee-stained receipts. 1 month, 1 client, 8 hours of manual work ahead. She picked up the first receipt, $47.23 at Home Depot. Date, vendor, amount, category, typed in line by line, studying itemized screws, nails, paint to choose, supplies. 1 receipt down, 89 to go. Then her phone buzzed. Client number 7 needed last month's P&L by 9 a.m. Rachel stared at her screen. She hadn't even started those books yet. It was 9:47 p.m. She closed her laptop without responding, sat there in silence. I can't do this anymore. She was spending 60% of her time typing numbers like a robot. She was a trained bookkeeper with 7 years of experience, and she spent most of her day doing work a high school intern could do. But there was no one to hire. Hiring a bookkeeping assistant would cost $3,000, $4,000 per month, eating most of her margin. That night, she texted her accountant friend, "I'm drowning, 10 clients, can't take on more, can't afford help. What do I do?" Her friend replied, "Have you looked into AI receipt scanning? Some bookkeepers are automating data entry." Rachel typed back, "Tried it 2 years ago, didn't work. AI made mistakes. I spent more time fixing than just doing it myself." Friend, "Try again, it's gotten way better. Promise." Rachel stared at that message. She was too exhausted to argue. February 13, 2024, 6:32 a.m. Rachel couldn't sleep. She kept thinking about the shoebox of receipts. She grabbed her laptop, Googled AI Bookkeeping Automation 2024. She found articles, Reddit threads, YouTube videos from bookkeepers explaining new AI tools. Receipt Bank, now called Dext, AI receipt scanning and categorization. QuickBooks AI, auto-categorization and bank matching. ChatGPT, financial report generation and client communication. One Reddit post caught her eye. "I was manually entering 1,500 transactions per month across 15 clients. Took me 90 hours monthly. Now I use Receipt Bank AI plus QuickBooks AI. Data entry is 95% automated. I spend 8 hours monthly on data entry now. Rest is reconciliation and client advising. I went from 15 clients to 45 clients in 1 year. Same hours. Rachel read that 3 times, 95% automated. But she was skeptical. She'd tried AI receipt scanning in 2022. It was terrible. Misread amounts constantly, got vendors wrong, categorized everything incorrectly. She spent more time fixing mistakes than just entering manually, but her friend said, try again. What had changed in 2 years? She kept reading. Apparently, everything. AI accuracy went from 70% to 96% plus. Learning algorithms now adapted to each business's patterns. Integration with QuickBooks was seamless now. Bank feeds connected automatically. Rachel looked at the clock, 7:18 a.m. She had a full day of data entry ahead. The shoebox from client number 3 was still sitting on her desk. She decided to test it on that shoebox. If AI could handle the hardware store's messy receipts, it could handle anything. February 13, 2024. Day 1. Setup. Rachel subscribed to Dext for $50 per client and activated QuickBooks built-in AI. Setup took 2 hours, connecting Dext to client number 3's QuickBooks, linking bank accounts, setting the client profile as hardware, retail, and installing the mobile app. Then came the test, the shoebox. She grabbed a coffee-stained Home Depot receipt, $47.23, crumpled, itemized. She snapped a photo in Dext. 5 seconds later, everything appeared. Date, vendor, amount, category, even line items. Perfect. Rachel paused, stunned, then tapped Approve. The transaction synced to QuickBooks instantly, categorized, filed, done in 8 seconds. What once took Rachel 2 to 3 minutes per receipt vanished. She scanned one receipt, then another, 5 seconds each, perfect every time. 30 minutes later, all 90 receipts were processed by Dext, categorized, synced, and matched to bank transactions. Normally, this client alone cost her 8 hours. Now, half an hour. Hands shaking, Rachel realized it was real. On day 2, QuickBooks AI reconciled 94% of transactions automatically. What used to take 2 hours took 25 minutes. Day 3, reports, generated effortlessly with ChatGPT. Rachel usually spent an hour creating monthly reports, pulling data, formatting statements, and writing summaries. This time, she used ChatGPT. She pasted the February P&L and asked for a 3-paragraph executive summary covering revenue trends, top expenses, cash flow risks, and one recommendation. 30 seconds later, it was done. She made minor edits and added it to the report. Total time, 12 minutes. On February 15th, she reviewed client number 3's time log. Old process, 11 hours. New AI process, 67 minutes. Receipt entry, reconciliation, reports, done. Rachel sat motionless. 11 hours of work, finished in 1. At perfect quality, she could now manage 50 clients instead of 10. By March 2024, Rachel rolled AI tools out to all 10 clients. Setup took 1 week, connecting accounts and training each system. The payoff was immediate. Time per client dropped from 13 hours to 1 to 1.5 hours monthly. Total workload fell from 130 hours to just 15, freeing 115 hours. She used that time to grow. In April and May, Rachel onboarded 15 new clients, reaching 25 total. Her workflow was streamlined. Receipts auto-processed by Dext, bank feeds synced, QuickBooks AI matched transactions, and Rachel only reviewed flagged items, reconciliations, and reports. Total time per client, 45 minutes. April brought 15 clients, 23 work hours, and $2,500 monthly revenue. May hit 25 clients, 38 hours, and $3,750. From June to August, she scaled aggressively, marketing locally and partnering with a CPA. By August, Rachel served 50 clients, earned $75,000 per month, and worked just 75 hours, half the time she once spent on 10 clients. clients quickly noticed the change. Reports are faster. The summaries are more detailed. Our books are always up to date. Quality improved because Rachel's role changed. Before AI, she rushed through data entry, skimmed reconciliations, and produced basic reports while exhausted and error-prone. After AI, data entry disappeared. Dext processed receipts instantly. Books stayed current, and Rachel spent her time reviewing, catching errors, and adding real insights. She wasn't a data entry robot anymore. She became a financial advisor. Her AI toolkit cost $3,170 per month. Dext, QuickBooks Online, and ChatGPT Plus. In February, she served 10 clients, earned $15,000 monthly, worked 160 hours, and netted $14,050. By August, she served 50 clients, earned $75,000, worked 75 hours, and netted $71,230. Her effective hourly rate jumped from $91 to $950. By removing manual work, Rachel increased both quality and income tenfold. If you're a bookkeeper stuck at 8 to 15 clients and buried in data entry, here's what Rachel wants you to know. First, data entry isn't bookkeeping, it's clerical work. AI handles clerical tasks. Bookkeepers provide judgment and insight. Second, AI accuracy now beats human accuracy. It doesn't get tired or mistype. And with review, errors dropped from 2 to 3% to 0.5%. Third, your real bottleneck isn't capacity, it's data entry. Remove it, and scaling becomes easy. Finally, clients don't care how the work gets done. They care about fast reports, accurate books, and useful insights. Deliver those, and the method doesn't matter. Rachel Kim was crying over a shoebox of receipts in February 2024. 10 clients on 14-hour days, $15,000 a month, and 160 hours spent mostly on data entry. She couldn't add an 11th client. After a 3-day AI test, everything changed. 6 months later, she had 50 clients, earned $75,000 monthly net, and worked 75 hours. Her skills didn't change, her role did. AI took over data entry and categorization. Rachel returned to real bookkeeping, reconciliation, accuracy, insights, and advising. If you're a bookkeeper stuck at 8-15 clients because you're drowning in data entry, you don't need to hire help. You need to stop doing work that AI can do better and faster than you. Next week, a wedding photographer who went from shooting 15 weddings per year to 40 weddings per year using AI for editing, album design, and client communication without sacrificing quality or burning out. Subscribe so you don't miss it.